and in this week's episode, we're going to be taking a look at these disk drives. These disk drives were given to me from Mike from the Yorkshire Amiga Club. There's some great guys there. If you've not been to one of their club meets, check out the Facebook group. He's always posting events up there, so you can have a look in there. And that's where these come from. I don't know much about them. They did have stickers on the top of them. This one says dead no power, loose lid. Don't know. I have actually plugged them in and see if they're lit up. Some did, some didn't. But I'm going to do that again now for you, so you can actually see what's going on these disk drives. You can't quite see on camera. There is a third. So we have got 3 of them going. I've got 3 of them going. We've got 3 of them going on the video. And going on the bench, and we'll take a look and see if any of these are any good at all, period. So first up, what I'm going to do is reposition the camera so you guys can see better, and then we'll plug them in and just see what happens. This one I think is just an eject issue, so we're going to take a look at that shortly and see if we can rectify that. This is just a desk that I can shove in there. It does seem to get a bit trapped when you put a disc in. It seems like something's dragging, and when it goes in and you lock it down, when you eject, it wasn't popping out like that. It has started doing it a little bit better with working it. So obviously there's some muck or something inside there. You can see up on the screen. I will switch it on for you. Look. So that performs correctly. We've got the power light that comes on immediately. You get the activity light that comes on for a short time and then goes off, and everything should stop. So that's reset itself properly. I've looked at this one, so let's have a look at the directory. Oops. You can see it's reading. And we can list it and we can get a directory from that disk drive. I can new that, there's nothing there. We can load it. Oops. Keyboard's a bit dirty, it needs doing. There we go. So that's just loaded the refix program, which is nothing but a scrolling words. So we can see on this one that everything works. Everything's hunky-dory. We're reading, we're writing because I saved that program to the disk just before I started recording, and we're loading it back in from there, as you can see from that. So that one's okay, but we do need to open it up and have a look inside, make sure there's no muck or anything floating around inside that. So that one's pretty good. So I'll give that one a tick. And that's why I've wrote on the top of there, disk eject paw working. But it seems to be a lot better since I started using it. Let's shift this one out of the way. We've got one working disk drive. What about this one? Maybe we should power that one on. What about this one? That sounds a lot better, doesn't it? Well, it's dirty, and the sticker on the top says dead, no power, loose lid, which the other one said that, but it's really strange. Now when I plugged this one in, it did seem to work, but just came up with not found all the time. So let's just try that again for you and let you have a look. Yep, power light on, activity good. Where's his disk? Switch the Commodore on, sends a reset signal. put his disc in. I don't know whether you can see up on screen there, I'll just adjust you slightly. So we'll try that. So I'm going to ask it now for the load command. I don't know if you can see that or not. So we'll see whether it gets any activity or not at all. So I'm going to hit the button now. Well, it tries, doesn't it? I can hear the disc going so it's trying to read up and down, so the head's moving around okay. But we get this error code. If I go try and load from that disc, because we know what's on that disc, we know it's just a refix scroller. I'll try again. So we get the head bang, so it's looking for 0 track. But then we'll get the error again and file not found on the screen. So this is giving us file not found. Most of the time, I'm fairly sure I know what this is going to be, but we'll have a look into it. I have got some spare 6522s which do control this as well, so we can try changing them first, because what I think it is, they're normally soldered into the board. They're not in sockets, should I say, but the 6522s are, which also create this problem. So we'll try that first. So which do we look at first? Do we look at this one that says file not found, or do we look at this one? Let's have a look at this one. So that's what we're going to do. Let's have a look inside this and see what's going on with that one. So that's pretty good, isn't it? We've got one that actually works, that just wants a bit of a clean up, and we've got one that works but found it, which is a bit strange in itself. But yeah, like I said, I think I know what that is. From experience, I think I know what that is. But let's have a look inside this thing. Are you ready? Do you want to know what's inside it? I don't know. Let's have a look. Ooh, well. What's loose in here? Ah, right, okay. So holy shit. So we've got no screws in disk drive. We've got a couple of screws that's holding the main frame down. So I'll just pop them out and we can take a better look. I like to take photographs of them. That one's for your head, and if you get that wrong way around, you'll blow the head. That's why I take pictures of it, and then I know which way around it's going to go. These pretty much sit in place anyway, so we can just lift them straight off. How many screws have we got holding this? This is a 6502 that's sat in a socket with 6522 and a 6522. We do have a modified ROM chip, and we have another ROM chip just there as well. This is showing no life at all, it's just brown bread. So I don't know what's going on there. It could even be just be the fuse, to be fair. We never even had a look at that first, did we? That it was just dead as a doornail is this one. But this is the loose checker around it, as I call it. And it is pretty grungy, isn't it? Yeah. Other than that, the board looks pretty good, apart from what looks like there's been a spillage up there. But it's not wet anymore. So the other one we'll take a look at the file not found. Most of the time it's either one of these chips, because I'm pretty sure that the data paths that feeds it around for read writing and stuff like that go through these two chips, which is UA1 and UB1. I've had a lot of problems with them. The UA1 is 74LS14N, and the other one down at the bottom there is a 7406. Now, if my memory serves me rightly, I'm pretty sure that the 7406 is a 7414. I think them two chips are the same, if my memory serves me right. If I'm wrong, drop me a comment, will you? But I'm pretty sure them two are the same type of chip. We have another one over that side as well. So potentially, if this board is kaput, we could pull these chips out, test them, and see if they work in the other one after we've had a look at it. So we're going to just set this board to one side just for the moment, and we might just have to use this one as a salvage board because it's pretty rough, really. All I've done is taken out 2 screws for the case, and I've taken 2 screws off for the board, and I've lifted everything out where there should be 5 screws holding this down, and there should be 4 screws that hold that top plate down. Remember rightly, you've got one there, one there, one there, and one there, and one over there. So yeah, you've got 5 that hold it. So you've got 5 that hold this crate in, and you've got 5 that hold the board on, and we've only got 2. On top of that, I don't know what this is going on. I don't know what's going on about this. We have got missing screws for the disk drive as well. So, just before I do anything, I know I've fully stripped this down, and really, these things we should be looking at first, but I'm glad I stripped this one down. So, we'll pull that fuse out, and as that fuse popped, so that's good, the fuse is good in there, so we're hunky-dory with that. So the transformer's running because I can hear it. You guys might not be able to, but I can. So, what are we getting up here? Voltage. So 4.8 volts there. The blues are ground. The oranges are lives. What we got there? Just short of 10 volt coming out of there. So we know the voltages from the transformer are coming up to here are good. So whatever's going on must be something on that board. So we'll keep this transformer to one side. Yeah, I can hear it. So we'll keep these parts to one side. I'm just going to shift the case out of the way and clear off there. Let's have a look inside the one that doesn't found that doesn't read the discs. Found. Okay, so I've shifted that all out of the way. Brought this one to play. Take the screws out of the bottom so you can take a look inside this one. This one again has got the dead no power on top, which we know is false. That is a go rubbish. And this one just produces file not found. So let's take a look inside this one. I'll bring it closer for you. What have we got in here? Woohoo! We've got the way. That looks quite nice, doesn't it? That looks very clean inside there, to be fair. It has been into before because there's a screw missing out of the casing there. There's one missing from there and one missing from there. Again, you lift these up. I can't see what the chip says. And that one was a 7604. That's a 7704. 7707 is that one. So that one should be a 7707 as well. And it is, it's a 7707. We've got ROM. We've got 6522s. So I could just possibly do some chip swapping really. And let's see if these 652Ts are actually working it. Because if they don't transfer the data, it's not going to read. And if these don't allow the data to go in through, it's not going to read. So I'm pretty sure that we're getting down to these here. What we could possibly do is get that other board and plug it in. And let's see if we get any life from that at all anyway. So that'll give us a good test if this board's actually working or whether it's something else. So I'm going to put the power in there. I'm going to hook that up, back up, and we'll test. Yep. But we've still got something on screen. Where's my disc? Put the disc in. Press enter. Reading. That's what you did before. And comes up with found not found. So okay, we know that's what happens with that one. So if I tap this here, I'm just shifting them over there. We can test this board and see whether it's a dead board or not. This other one's a bit of a mess, and I wouldn't trust it. Right, let's I'm gonna put in between it. Let's have. I'm gonna mouse mat here, so I'll try and put that in between if I can. If these power cables will reach. Come on, come on. There we go. It's a bit Robinson, but yeah, you get the message. So, what do we get now? No lights and just spins. No lights at all. So there's something seriously wrong on that board, isn't there? Okay, fair enough. So we know we can dig into that one a bit further. Right, are we back to square one? Yes, we are. Are we still not reading? Yes, we are. Okay. So, let's try these 6522s first. I do have a stack of them somewhere. There we go. We've got about 4 or 5 there that we can test with. So I'm just going to go ahead and try this first chip first, because I can't try the second chip first. What an idiot. They are very difficult to get into because of the little ceramic capacitors. So I can try and go under that one, I think, and just try and lift if I can. Come up there. Right, so that one that's coming out, and that's got the 45th week 83 on that one. So look at this one. That's the 31st week of 83. Let's try that. Going right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's pretty good. So we'll try that one. Just the same activity. Back up to load. Bang, 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 bang. File not found. So unless that chip's still faulty, which I don't think it is, we'll try the other one. We'll set them to one side out of the way. One of these is a bit iffy, if I remember rightly. We've got all the legs? Yeah, we've got all the legs. So that's that one in. 6522. We'll try it again. Same activity. Same activity. So, just so I'm not going to be daft, I'm going to pull these apart. If I can. And I'm just going to try two more, because we know about MOS chips. We know that MOS chips die just sat on a shelf. So I want to change them again, just to make sure that we get the same activity. You can't have all 6 chips, can you? Bad. You know what I mean? So let's just do that right quick. We're off. Oops, missed that one. Notches to the left, don't forget notches. Fire it back up again. Do the same thing. Oops. Found, not found. But we didn't get the head banging. Let's try again. Nah, just comes up with foul not found. Straight away. So there is some characteristics that's changed then. So possibly that chip's faulty. Who knows? Let's try. We'll get the bang bang bang. Okay, fair enough. So we're doing the same thing, aren't we? Yeah, file found. So, just going to change this one again for the last final time, and then I'm going to say that the 6522s are perfectly fine. I can understand some of you guys out there at the moment jumping up and down going, why don't you get that oscilloscope out that you've got on your left? But I do like to do videos which helps people that doesn't have oscilloscopes and the likes of such. Because we don't all have them, you know what I mean? Don't like the feel of that chip, but we'll try it. Still did the same action. File not found. Right, so as predicted, I didn't think it would be the 6522s, like I said to you. They are bad known and bad for going on these chips, but with the activity that it was doing, it led me to believe straight away what I know what it is. Got some another 6522 and a 6502, and that I believe is a 6502 as well. So we can finally test and change the 6502 and see if that makes a difference. That's 34th week 83, this is 35th week 84. Wow! So we'll just try that in there. I don't think this is going to work for a minute, but just the process of elimination, we can do that, can't we? So, fire up. Same activity. Yep, find not found. Head bang time. Yeah. So, yeah. Without a doubt, it's going to be one of them two chips. I don't know which it is, so I'm going to pull both of them out and put sockets in them. And when I've done that, I'll come right back to you. That took a bit of doing. So I've changed the 74LS14 there. We've changed the 7707 that's in here, and the 7707 which is here. So I've run them through the chip tester, and I'll put pictures up for you. So we're looking at it at the moment, and UB1 7707. I'll stick that picture up for you now. You can see it's bad. And we've got UD1 here, which was 7707 again, and you can stick that picture up there. And you can see that one was bad. The 74 LS14 that was here was good. So yeah, we had two bad chips. Just to let you know, I've tested these 7707s. The replacement for them were a 7706. And they are still supposed to be 74 LS06, but I tested it with the 06 and it failed. And I checked with the 7707 and it failed exactly the same way. So I run it through as a 7406 and it failed exactly the same. And I run it through as a 74 LS14 and it failed exactly the same. And I put an LS7414 and run that through each of them tests as well, and that all passed. So it seems like the 74 LS14 and the 6 are very much alike, and they will both do the same job. So if you've got a 7707, you can replace it with a 7406 or 14. Or if you've got a 7706, you can do them as well. So these two chips were bad. So we finally got to the bottom of that. I haven't showed you desoldering and resoldering because you've seen it all before. So I did change that one and I tested it. I changed that one and it tested that one and it failed. So I replaced it. And then still had the same results. So I pulled this one as well and tested that one and it was bad as well. But you can see now, if I put that up, look, we get the same response as we did before when I find the switch. So turn that off, look. So we switch it on, light comes on, temporary on the red, and off we go. I'm just going to clear that screen off. In fact, we'll switch it off and switch it on. So we're up, so we can do load, dollar, dollar's not working, dollar, comma 8, and that fires up and runs away, look, and we can list that now, if I can type, and it lists as directory. We can do load, star, comma 8, comma 1, that should load the first file on the directory, which is our 8-bit retro refix that scrolls up and down, and we should be able to run that, and we can. So if I list that and just go up and change that a little bit, and we'll change it to is ace, press enter, and then if we save it and we go refix, oops, refix 2, comma 8. That should save the second program as another one now. So if we go back and look at the directory, we should be able to get both coming up. I put comma 1 and I shouldn't have done. Let me just go back. So if we list that, we should have both then. And we do. We have refix and refix 2. So it's loading, it's listing directories, and it's saving files. So I will put that down to a win. Absolutely spot on. What I want to do at the moment, we're not going to go into the other one with the sticky tray at the moment. I'll have to do that for another one video, because that one is dragging on, is this one a little bit now. But out of that other board that we took out of the dead one, I've tested that and it worked, and I've tested that and that worked. So if you're diagnosing a 1541 and you've got problems, check out your CPU and the two 6522s, and also check the LS14 and the 7707, or it's an 06, or it's another 14, and the same with the other one there. So these three little chips control the data that goes through the system. So thanks for watching, guys. It's been absolutely cracking. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Check out the description for us at Compadres and the YouTube Retro Repairers group in Discord if you want us to join that. You're more than welcome to. And don't forget, we have got a live stream coming up on the 12th of February with some YouTube Retro Repairers, and we've got Mark Fix's stuff that's coming on. So don't miss out on that. Hop over into the live streams, hit that notification bell, and then you won't get missed out on that. So you can have a good chat with us all. The chat will be live, so you will be able to fire questions at us, hurl abuse at us if you wish. But yeah, so I hope to see you there. We'll see you on the next one. Bye!